Good evening, friends. Welcome into the local sports talk, our local sports pod. Set to do our walk between the hash marks with our good friend Coach. Quickly before we start, and I get into my little thing, I want to thank our sponsors. Always, we'll get into that a little heavier once we reach the other side of the field before a guest spot this evening on the bench. But quickly, we want to thank our season sponsors, R.L. Marchetti Plumbing and Heating here in Hazleton, Alta Pizzeria and Pasta House, also here in Hazleton, Bar Bush Automotive and BLB Auto Sales out in Hazleton Township, and Firo's Funeral Services Incorporated, also here in Hazleton. This would not happen without those fine folks, and we'll explain that and their services and what they give us a little bit later here in the show. Quickly, before we get into it with Coach, 2 weeks ago when I wasn't here and the big hubbub with the Berwick game and such happened, it seemed like the Cougars just really didn't have it that much in the second half. What I saw Friday night was total fight, teamwork. Let's face it, if you were there, if you heard about it, it wasn't the best of games, and that was by either team. But for our kids to hang in there and not let it overcome them, so to speak, with fumbles and penalties and such, they pretty much hung in there till the last final minute or so of the game. So give our guys this credit. They deserve it. Again, obviously it wasn't the outcome we had all hoped for, but and there are no moral wins, especially at this point in the season. But the man who we can discuss that a little bit more, say hello to my good friend, Coach Sacco. Thanks for being here, my friend. We have a beautiful night.
It is a beautiful night tonight.
We'll take it.
Yeah,
Yes, we will.
Yes, we will.
No wind yet, so
no wind, no rain.
No goosebumps on the legs.
The rain's coming, so we're happy.
Yeah, we're not going to talk about that though. But Coach, let's talk about it. Let's take our walk and discuss the Valley West game.
So we kind of hinted on it last week when we didn't have Freddie on the show, trying not to give away, too much. But Freddie got hurt in the Berwick game, and Freddie was out.
Broke
we also
arm, right?
Broke his wrist.
Wrist.
So non-throwing wrist for all
hand,
the baseball enthusiasts that were nervous.
Yes, that was the first question I asked.
So he'll be fine. He's in a hard cast. And then our backup quarterback, JJ Lantigua, was out for another game from the West Scranton game. So we were in a little bit of a pickle. We needed someone who we trust to put the ball in their hands, and we made the decision to take Logan Gennaro from his wide receiver position and put him at quarterback. And I said to Logan after the game, I said, I love you, but you are not a quarterback. But he hung in there, and he really kept us in the game. Between him and Xavier Heck, we put literally the load on their shoulders.
Right.
And it was a crazy game. One of our strengths was always our special teams that we've been saying this year, and our special teams kind of cracked and broke a little bit. Give off a kickoff return right off the bat. We gave up a punt return. We had an interception return.
And might I add, the air could have went out of the balloon right there.
Oh, yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Our kids did not quit all night. We came out after halftime. We still didn't score a point on offense.
Right.
We had a kickoff return for a touchdown. We had an interception returned for a touchdown, and we had a punt that we tackled the punter in the end zone, and one of our guys jumped on it. And we have those two that are on here tonight. It's a pretty cool story, so we wanted to bring them on tonight for getting that.
Yeah, when you texted me, this is going to be good.
Yeah. So, and then we come out in the second half, and I thought we were pretty dominant in the second half. We only gave up 14 minutes on defense. We had a 9.5-minute drive to go down the field that stalled out
almost the whole
third quarter.
Yep.
We looked at it on film. We thought the ball was across the line. The referees didn't feel that way, so we got stopped on downs. then they got the ball back. They went down. I think then we then got the ball back in the fourth quarter, drove the length of the field, punched it in, scored a touchdown. We come back, get a huge stop on defense. We get the ball back with about 2.5 minutes left. We only possessed the ball. And that's what I said to our guys when we were watching film tonight. We possessed the ball twice in the second half just because we were so run heavy,
Right.
that, we were putting together drives and sustaining drives, and our guys were blocking, and we were just grinding. I mean, Xavier Heck carried the ball, I think, 36 times, had 172 yards, rushing. He had the kick return for a touchdown. He had a touchdown rushing. Should have had another touchdown that, they said that he was short. And then we get the ball with about 2.5 minutes left. We had one timeout. We had a play put in where we try to sneak out the wide receiver. We thought that we had him, just left the pass float a little bit, and they intercepted it, and they won the game, and they earned it. They deserved. They were the better team on that night. But I'll say it. I said it once. I'll say it again. It's hard when they know you don't have the threat to pass the ball, and they put 10 guys in the box.
Exactly, and I noticed that early on.
Yeah, it was hard. And listen, for a kid to have 172 yards rushing with 10 guys in the box, I think that speaks volumes in itself.
I watched him dodge prospective tackles.
Yeah.
I had the vantage point on the sidelines. And he was just unreal. Yeah. And again, he's only a sophomore, folks, might I add.
Yeah. I mean, we have great kids. We really do. We have great kids. And we're hearing it now. We're getting it. I'm getting it as a coach. The kids are getting it as players. You start hearing you're 1-4. The criticism comes, the chatter comes. We hear it. We knew that was coming, but that's fine by us because we know how good we are, and we know what we could do. And every team that we're going to play the rest of the way out has a winning record, and they think they're coming in, and the big dogs are down, and they're going to come in and get an easy game. And I can tell you right now, there is no quit in our team, in our kids, in our coaches, in anybody. Everybody could say what they want to say. They could talk about our team. They could talk about the coaches. They could say what we are. But we only care what steps onto this field each day, in and out, every day. And we know what we're building for. We know what's coming. And we know that we're improving every week. Our defense, our defense, other than the game in Nazareth, I don't think there's a team that passed for over 60, 70 yards on us.
No,
passing.
We had discussed that early on the broadcast on Friday night with Sports Wire. And I've said it for weeks now. Obviously, I didn't see the Nazareth game, but, a score doesn't tell everything as well. But that line especially is just ridiculous. Mm-hmm. And when I mean ridiculous, I mean it. There's no quit. There's a lot of no stop in that line.
Yeah, for sure.
So like I said, Coach, again, not all the results, but 1-4 again does define it. There's a long way to go here. We're only at the halfway point.
Oh yeah.
And a lot of evenly matched stuff is going to go on here in the next couple of weeks. Obviously, you're making your way on the road again, up 81 this week. For the Wilkes-Barre game, we'll get into that a little bit more. But we've now come to the point where we honor our player of the week, which every week we're going to have to start doing it at midfield. We were joking earlier, but Scott and I usually text every Sunday night or every Monday morning, and it was more than once today, and I can understand why. It's if you know, you know. If you were there, you know. If you're affiliated with this program in any way, you know why there's so many here, and that's why we, and for what we do, have no problems with it at all.
I would say what we'll do is we'll bring on 2 and 2 for each, because we almost have 2 guys for every. We got offense, we got defense, we got special
teams, but and then we have Freddie too.
Yeah.
So I guess we'll do Freddie first.
I'm not seeing Freddie out here, so I don't know.
Here? All right. Well, we can meet up with him quickly. Yeah. Let me talk about our sponsor for our players of the game, Barbush Automotive, BLB Auto Sales, located at 1299 State Route 940 in Harley, over in Hazel Township since 1937. They've been serving our area. Their motto, give us a call, we do it all, on the automotive side, which both the automotive and the auto sales are located on the same premises. Again, at 1299 State Route 940 in Harley over in Hazel Township. Barbush Automotive, whether your car breaks down and you have to get it towed in, or you just need something repaired, whether it be emergency or scheduled, please give them a call, 570-454-7571. Brian Barbush and the staff will take care of you as quickly and as efficiently as they can. And perhaps if the breakdowns, you've had your all with it and you're looking for something new to step into, again, located on the same premises, BLB Auto Sales, 570-861-8393. If you feel like you want to check out their inventory, they are open 8 to 5:30 every day. Saturdays, I believe, till 12:30. You can check out that inventory in person and see what Brian and staff have, or you can simply go online to www.barbushauto.com and check that inventory out as well. So again, a big thanks to our players of the game sponsor, Barbush Automotive, BLB Auto Sales, 1299 State Route 940 in Harley, Hazel Township, PA. Thanks again, Bryant and staff. Looks like I'm going to get sacked here or beat up, but we're going to bring in our players. Like, what are we doing first? Defense?
Let's do special teams first.
We'll bring special teams because there's a story here.
Yeah.
I'm going to bring these guys in here next to us. Coach, I'm going to let you talk about them while I grab the awards and tell the story as well.
So these two, how long have you two been best friends for?
Since we were like 5.
Yeah. Since like 5 years old?
Yeah.
So I see the pictures. I see that you guys play together. They've literally done everything together forever. And then Friday night, we get a snap that goes over to punter's head.
Yeah.
Jason ends up hitting him, fumbles it, and then you jump on top of it to get your first touchdown.
Yeah.
So pretty special to have that happen for you two, to do that and see that. And we kind of said we had to get you two on here to do that because that's something that may never happen again in a lifetime, especially for two guys who have played together and have been friends for so many years like you two have, and to have that happen. And it's awesome. And then like after the game, when everything kind of digressed, to see that happen for you guys and kind of realize what happened, we just thought that was pretty awesome. And I mean, these two have been given their all season, literally whatever position we asked to put them in. And Jason's all over the field on special teams, all over, jumps in on defense at linebacker, literally plug and play. Marcus, we've probably changed him 12 times in different positions. Now, he's found a home for us at tight end and on the D line, and literally can move you around anywhere. But it was just, I thought it was a special moment for you guys to have that happen and then celebrate that and get that touchdown.
Yeah.
Marcus, this is the second time for you. We're going to have to start getting the jackets out maybe once we get a 5-timer. Jay,
Thank you.
good job. Marcus West, Jason Zamudio. They are special teams, best friends forever, players of the week. Who's the spokesperson first?
I'll go.
All right, take it away, Marcus. Tell us what you got, man.
We've been preaching special teams matters, all practice, every day, and hustle. That's what we've been talking about. So seeing the punt over, I knew, and I know Jason knew too, that we both had to hustle and get down there and make a play.
Jason?
Yeah, when I saw that punt go right over his head, my eyes widened. I knew I had to get down there, and once I hit him and I saw that ball come out, I'm so glad my friend jumped right on it, got his first touchdown ever. That's special. That's a special thing. I'm glad I was the one that forced the fumble and got it for him.
Great job, guys. Once again, our special
I'm
teams.
just surprised you didn't try to grab the ball. You just went for the hit.
Yeah, I just wanted to lay him out.
That's chemistry, though.
I love that
That's
part.
where it's at,
He went for the hit. Yeah, he went for the hit.
It was
Jason
pretty
went for the
my
ball.
man.
Yep.
That's all I can say. So, but Marcus, Jason, congratulations, boys.
Thank you.
Good job. Good job.
Thank you.
And those are our special teams players of the week. We have the list here, so I'm going to ask you boys to step out. Who are we going to roll with next, Coach? Defense?
Go with defense.
All right, let's bring our defensive guys in here. You guys want to come around and sneak in the
Another
middle?
two-time guy here.
Yeah, I said it's like SNL. You get the gold jacket. I don't know. We'll have to get the Cougar red, right?
So it's this week. You know, sometimes it's hard to pick and see who we're going to give, you know, the defensive award to. I mean, Jose did something pretty special. It was 84-yard, 84-yard interception return, went down the sidelines. I didn't get to celebrate, and you probably don't even realize it because I got a flag on me because I ran into the referee when you were running down the sidelines.
That was special. I was there.
And the referee threw the flag at me, and I thought that it was getting called back because of it until Coach Drummy told me, no, it's just a warning because we didn't get one yet. So, yeah, I thought I ruined your touchdown. But so that was a very special play. And Jackson, I mean, the fire that he played with all night literally was the heartbeat of our defense. Every hit, big sack in the game, just pumping guys up, getting guys ready, and just takes it to another level. And we need that the rest of the season. This point out, you know, he's our linebacker in the middle of our defense, and he needs to be that leader. And it showed in the game. Like, he came ready to play, and the fire, and we've been kind of waiting for that. We knew it was in there, but just the way that he played and how he had that defense fired up and ready to go all night, just yelling, cheering, getting his guys up, that kept our defense, that was stifled them. I mean, they scored 14 points on us on defense. It was our best defensive outing that we had.
It was.
And we had guys flying around, making sacks, making plays. And it was, you know, the game didn't turn out the way that we needed it to, but they kept us in the game on defense.
Jose, you're a two-timer. Jose Lopez. Jackson, first time. Jackson Johnson, our defensive players of the week. Jackson, we'll start with you.
Yeah, I mean, on defense, you know, I just love the energy. I just love going out there, just making hits, getting our teammates pumped up. Like, it's just a whole nother, like, level of energy, and I just love going out there and just helping my teammates out, getting them fired up. It's just awesome.
For me, really, I just play like I practice. I work hard at practice and then just improve more on the field. I seen the ball get overthrown. I seen green. I just went for the touchdown. So, yeah, it's a really cool experience. First touchdown of the season. Yeah, I was hyped. Definitely.
Good job. Jose Lopez, you can give it back to Coach. And Jackson Johnson, our Barbush Automotive BLB Auto Sales defensive players of the game. Gentlemen, great job. It's just little hands. Get out of here. All right, let's get to the next two. We'll do our offensive guys coming in here. I had a fight with one of them before, but all right. I don't have to say any more. I'll just let you talk.
No, I mean,
it's all good.
Yeah.
Our offensive players of the game here.
So these two literally, they knew what the week was coming in, and they knew how we were against it. I called Logan Sunday night. Yeah. I called him Sunday night. I said, hey, I might have to have you play quarterback this week, whatever the team needs. Absolutely.
Yeah, you told me on, I guess when we were done Monday, like Tuesday was installing the game plan with the quarterback. So it's, you know, 4 days to prepare.
Did you ever play quarterback before?
No.
So first time playing quarterback, and he literally quarterbacked our offense.
He did.
Did a great job, made big plays when we needed them, laid a hit going down the sidelines. That was probably one of the biggest hits of the year so far. And then X here, we could just put everything on his shoulders. 36 carries, 172 yards rushing touchdown. Should have been 2 rushing touchdowns. Yeah. Kickoff return, 79 yards.
Yep.
Was it 79-yard kickoff return? I mean, this guy could have been in all 3 categories: special teams, offensive, and defensive. We didn't give it to him the one week when he had his big game because we gave it to the linemen.
Right.
But we couldn't not give it to him this
Did
week.
you take those guys for pizza yet?
I'm like, yeah, I have to though.
Yeah, I know. We had that talk, right?
I
Just
saw it.
remember
Yeah.
that.
But these two literally put our team on their shoulders, kept us in the game all night. Was one of the biggest reasons why we had a shot to even be in the game. And that's what we said. It was tough when they stacked the box with 10 players, and these guys did not bat an eye. They just put their shoulders
Kept
down
on
and
pushing up the
barreled
green, man.
forward.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, so let's give one to another two-timer. Xavier Heck, the big guy. Logan Gennaro, the captain, right? Guys, congratulations.
Thank you.
X, we'll start with you, man.
I knew going to the game that we were going to rely on our run game a lot. I figured they were going to load the box, so I knew how to gain every yard I could and just fight hard and do anything I can to help my offense score.
Like X said, I mean, we knew the second coach called me that I was going to be QB, I knew they were going to load the box. So Tuesday when we had that offensive practice, we knew we had to get everything down pat, everything right. We did. I mean, we had some really big runs, and on that hit, I mean, I rolled out. I didn't see anybody open, so I took off. The kid was just sitting there. So I lowered my shoulder and hit him.
Guys, good job. Our offensive players of the week, the X Factor. Well, the QB, Logan Gennaro, the X Factor. And Xavier Heck, our offensive players of the week, once again brought to us by Barbush Automotive, BLB Auto Sales out $12.99, State Route 940, Harley, over in Hazel Township. Gentlemen, congratulations.
Thank
Coach, I guess we'll get you a water break. I'm going to get one of these someday. And we'll send you guys on the way. Best of luck all week, and we'll see you Friday night.
You. Yes, sir.
Thanks, guys. We'll quickly talk about our sponsors as I make our way over here. Season sponsor, what can I say? RL Marchetti Plumbing and Heating here in Hazleton, serving our area for over 110 years. Randy Marchetti and his staff, unbelievable service at your toe straps. Emergency service specialization, please give them a call at 570-455-7335. Something happens in the middle of the night. I know we're winterizing now, getting ready. You can even schedule stuff like that. Whether it is emergency or schedule, Randy's phone is always open and they will get to you promptly with a response and service. Again, big thanks to one of two of our season sponsors, RL Marchetti Plumbing and Heating here in Hazleton. Please give them a call, 570-455-7335. Also, another great season sponsor, fantastic people, the Chirico family since 1992, Alta Pizzeria and Pasta House, located at 380 South Popular Street here in Hazleton. Living the good life. Renee is still in the mix of things. Dante running the business. Give him a call here at Hazleton. Again, 380 South Popular Street, 570-455-7892. Stop in to dine or call in order for a pickup. Again, you can see the visual, the graphic on the right-hand corner of your screen. Please check out their specials. This is a great special. I know we've been selling it here for almost all season, but how can you not? 2 or more for $11.50 each. And the group to pick from includes Cavatelli, Francesca Pizza, Ravioli, stuffed shells, large antipasto, bone-in wings, or a large pizza. You can pick from that 7, 2 or more at $11.50 each. That's the Alta Pizzeria and Pasta House mix and match special. Mix or match special. Again, 2 or more for $11.50 each. Want to quickly remind you too, not only is Alta located up at 380 South Popular here in Hazleton, up in the Heights, you can catch them on the road too, sometimes during the week, and for sure almost every weekend at an event nearby. I don't have the schedule from Dante for this week, but you can check them out via their Facebook. Alta presents Dante's Inferno. Okay, again, the Facebook. Alta presents Dante's Inferno. That's the Dante's Inferno Alta Pizzeria food truck for their schedule. Alta presents Dante's Inferno. Again, a big thanks to the Chirico family. Great people. Know them a really, really long time. 380 South Popular here in Hazleton. Alta Pizzeria and Pasta House. 570-455-7892. Please give them a call. One of the best, if not the best, Italian restaurants with specialties, the best cannolis I've ever had in my life. I've been to Philly, New York, New Jersey, North Side anyway, but one of the best that I've ever had. So check them out, and a big thanks to them. It is time for a guest spot as we go on the bench. Thanks to Firo's Funeral Services Incorporated here at 26 West 2nd Street in Hazleton, serving the area since 1892. When the family experiences that time in need, please give them a call at 570-454-1561. Jeff Firo is the director. Andy Piskel is the supervisor, who I know for many, many years. Again, please give them a call, and a big thanks for their support since 1892. Firo's Funeral Services Incorporated here at 26 West 2nd Street in Hazleton, 570-454-1561. As we make our way to the bench.
Oh, I'm getting to be a pro at this.
Is he coming in here?
He's coming in.
Get in here.
He had his Eagles jersey on.
That's
today.
okay. They won. It's all right. We don't hold anything back here.
I didn't dress for success.
Loving the Kelly Green. I'm
Loving
loving
the
it.
Kelly
I'm loving
Green.
it. That's
I
all right.
have a T-shirt on.
No,
but it's
you're
an Eagles
good.
T-shirt.
Yeah, well, you went Kelly, and then you went
Normal midnight.
Yeah, you
Kelly
went
and
midnight, and
midnight.
you're not in violation.
We got to keep you clothed here. There's a lot of this goes out to a lot of people here. Do we have to sit? Hold the helmet?
Yeah, hold the helmet if you want. It doesn't matter. You look nice with it there. Welcome into the On the Bench segment brought to you by Firo's Funeral Home. Our good friends from sportswire.com. You can actually catch them all the home games on the Hazleton Area School District YouTube, www.youtube.com at HASDK12. All home games, also all the away games this year as well at sportswire.com. Say hello to my good friends, Paul Bow, no government names, and the coach, Rich Salonis. So happy to have you guys. They actually called the JV game tonight, right?
We did. Yeah, it was a really good game. The first half was nip and tuck, and second half they just pulled away. One question before we even get started.
Oh, no.
I want to know if you patched away those other 2 donuts from the other night.
My daughter ended up with the sprinkles in the morning.
So,
I couldn't handle
We
it.
got a deal on 6 donuts.
Hey, yeah, that was Paul couldn't handle but the 2.
I couldn't
Sorry.
handle 2. I had 2.
But we had our coffees. We got home.
We did. We got home safe. It was a fun ride, and we had a good time.
So, Coach, we've had Paul on to tell his story. We haven't had you on in this portion of the actual show.
All right.
Give us a little more insight to Rich Salonis, the man, the myth, the legend, the coach. Give us your beginnings, young Rich Salonis.
I'm originally a coal cracker. I grew up in Maria Colliery, which is right outside of Monterey City,
Right.
and New Boston, and would have been a Monterey area Golden Bear, but my dad passed away when I was 9, and my mom passed away when I was 11. So my oldest brother took me in the Williamsport area, South Williamsport. So I moved there going into my 9th grade year.
Mhm.
Played for South Williamsport, went to school there, and then went to Lock Haven University, played for them, and then started my coaching career at Loyalsock Township, and my teaching and coaching career at Troy Area High School, and then had an opportunity in 1993 to leave Troy. I was their head coach for 1 year and their offensive coordinator the rest of the years. I had an opportunity to come back to South Williamsport to teach and coach. I was with my brother for 3 years and then took the program over, coached there and taught, and then had an opportunity in 2000 to join Frank Girardi's staff at Lycoming College. And it was a tough call, a tough decision, but I thought, well, now's the time if I'm going to try to coach in college to do it, and coached with Frank and his staff for 6 years. And then just sort of vanished off into the wilderness and finished my teaching career and
Got stuck with me.
met this guy.
Betty bought you donuts too.
And
No, we met at the country club.
yeah,
The tavern on the green or whatever
They
it
let
was.
you in.
yep. Well,
Yeah,
Not you, not him. You.
Rich was already in there.
I know.
I walked in. They're like, "What are you doing here?" I'm like, "Here for that guy over here."
yeah,
We didn't even know each other. He knew I was. I knew who he was. Just, it was great.
actually, what happened is I was in the airport in Philadelphia, flying to Miami. It's a true story. And the people that I was flying with, we were all walking towards our gate. And out of the corner of my eye, I saw a gentleman lunge for the person I was with. And I didn't know who it was. So I immediately went to try and defend him. And here it was the producer of Web Weekly's football games. And long story short, when he found out who I was, asked me if I wanted to work with some Paul Bow guy. And I said, sure. So our first game that we ever did together was Williamsport and
Central Mountain.
Central Mountain. And
Yeah.
we had dinner at a golf course. And as soon as he walked in and said hello, I could tell the co-region growth right from the get-go. I knew we were going to hit it off.
No.
I lost it over the years. When I first moved to South Williamsport, I can remember, I was like, are the three of us going to go somewhere? And they're like, tree? What are you talking about? Where are you from? So it was interesting, but it's come full circle. So people here have been great. Met some very nice people. It's a little bit different in Williamsport. Nice people there, but it's not home. They're not co-region people. They're not
In the
not
heart.
home, not in the heart.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, and it helped. Like I said, we got to do basketball and now football. We do baseball now here and softball. So we're getting around to all the sports. And then we hooked up with SportsWire to do the away games because we got a permanent camera here. We can't lug that one with us. So
Yeah.
we're able to cover all the away games, and hopefully we're going to be able to do something with basketball too, to cover some away games too. So it's
So
great.
hopefully I didn't take up too much time with my
No,
story, but I
no,
think
that's what we're here
hopefully that's
for.
what you were looking
You
for.
should have been here
so-
the night he gave us his. So
Yeah, it was short.
I've heard
and sweet.
it.
It wasn't good. Yeah, it wasn't.
But gentlemen, now that I guess we're getting into week 6 already.
5, right?
Or
Week 5?
5?
Week 5. Yeah, halfway to halfway.
Yeah, we're
point.
at the halfway point. You've had the opportunity from game 1 to watch this team see the season continue on. Coach, we'll start down the end with you first.
Sure.
I mean, just give us your assessment so far. I know we pretty much now talk every week, but let us know your thoughts.
Well, I think, anytime you get in a situation where you have to start a season off with a young football team and you have to go play a very experienced football team in Nazareth, chances are you're not going to be successful on the scoreboard, but you may be successful in other places. And as I mentioned out here the first time I met you, the team's young, but it's young in some of the wrong places. So I don't want to certainly speak for Scott or any of the coaches, but I would think from experience, what you want to look for is improvements every week. And sometimes what people need to understand is those improvements aren't always in wins. And they're not always in points on the scoreboard. It might be a play or 2 or 3 plays or 3 series or whatever. So, for example, Friday night, you had a young man stepping in to play quarterback who probably had 3 days at most practice to learn a game plan, to play a position he's never played, to be out on a Friday night to do that. And I thought Mr. Gennaro did an admirable job, a very good job to step in there and play that position. So I see improvement, but I'm looking maybe in different places than the average Joe is. And sometimes it just takes time. What I don't see is quitting. I don't see kids slacking off. I don't see kids arguing with coaches and fighting amongst one another. And those are the things when you're trying to build a program that you look upon and you build from. Hazleton will rise from the current ashes. Trust me on this. They're going to get better. They're going to improve. So it's just weathering the storm for right now, in my opinion.
One step at a time. Ollie.
Yeah, I mean, like just to piggyback off what Rich said, I mean, the fight is there. You know what I mean? It's no one wants to be 1-3, 1-4, whatever. You know what I mean? Coming into games, but you're also playing a tough schedule. You're playing 6A schools. You're a big school,
Right.
so you're going to play bigger schools. Friday night was just like it was kind of like we kept throwing it down in the signs to you. I mean, it was a freak of 6 defensive or special teams touchdowns in the first half.
Coach and I were just discussing.
Yeah, Coach Patron, Rocky Patron comes up to the booth. Rocky came up to me and he was going like this, 6, and I came outside to him. He goes, "Do you believe that, Paul?" He goes, "I don't think I've ever seen that." I said, "Rich said the same thing. I don't think anybody's ever seen that."
Strange, but it made for a night.
Yeah, and when you think about it, I mean, the game, the last drive of the game, an interception, the last drive of the game, it could have went the other way. And, I think Logan played a really nice game,
Absolutely.
For stepping in and being thrown to the lion's den, really. I mean, he's never playing quarterback. It's a hell of a lot different than playing wide receiver. Xavier had a great game again running the ball. And then you're also going to remember Garlick hasn't played all year really, except for the first game, a couple carries. There's another running back that you counted on.
Mm-hmm.
Freddie going down. Nobody's ever, figured that. And, so hopefully, Friday this week, new quarterback, JJ will be in. We saw JJ play for years. He's talented. He's fast. He can take off, and we saw him. He has a good arm. We watched those middle school games, him and Lopez, when they played. They're throwing 50-yard bombs when they're in 8th grade.
Right.
So I think it's a good building. And Wilkes-Barre's tough. I mean, Wilkes-Barre has almost everyone back from last year. Rich and I said that last year. They're going to be a really strong team. Don't let the record fool you. They're tough. They have a really good running back in Underwood. The quarterback, Howe, is really good. Gabitsky, the wide receiver. I think he had 2 touchdowns last week. He's tough. They have a really tough squad. But, weather the storm, hang close. You never know what can happen.
Yeah. Can't get any crazier, that's for sure. No. Can it?
Well, it's high school football, so you don't really know from week to week. But the other part of this is you're also building kids to go on and when they become adults, and this sport is so
life lessons
congruent to life. You're up, you're down, you get knocked down. Are you going to stay down? Are you going to get back up? Or are you going to fight back? So it could be a great end of the year, and Hazleton may not win another game on the scoreboard, but that doesn't mean that they're not making strides. And just hopefully people understand that. I mean, JJ is going to bring a whole different dimension to the offense this Friday. Is totally different than what Freddie is as a quarterback. So that could be a positive. Everything is a teaching opportunity and a teaching moment. It depends on how you want to teach it.
I think we've said that so many times to be descriptive online, when we're calling the game, what we said, a teachable moment, a touchdown called back for a holding penalty, a big play, couple big plays called back for a holding penalty. Take them away, you don't know what would have happened. You know what I mean? You change, usually there's 3-4 plays in a game that sometimes define the game. And when penalties are involved, it could be 5 or 6 or 7 plays. And there was a lot Friday night. There was a lot of penalties, referees called it close.
A lot of yellow flying.
Yeah, a lot of yellow flying, so.
And the other great thing about athletics is you get another chance in a couple days.
Right.
And then when that's over, you'll get another chance in another 5 days. So just do the best you can on every play. Seriously, I mean, that's what it's got to boil down to at every level. Your NFL coach is talking about that. So it is what it is.
Hey, I'm a Dolphins fan. So Scott. So we have a lot to not look
I
forward
talked to you
to.
last Thursday night before.
I told you wouldn't get fired.
I totally forgot.
Yeah,
Yeah. Never call Paul on game day.
Yeah, well, you're not going to get much of a response. You get one-word answers because I get so aggravated by the game. And then my fantasy team this year is worse. I'm the same. The Dolphins are 0-3. My team's 0-3. So
some things are good, some things are bad.
Yeah, so.
But my big thanks to these 2 gentlemen, and I use the term more than lightly. They are truly pros, in my opinion. And it's been so much fun to be able to latch on and work with these guys over the last couple of weeks.
Are we able to say you're part of the team now for the rest of the
You
year?
can say whatever you want
All
about
right.
me. I know you do behind my back, but
Sideline reporter. I don't want to get you in trouble.
you won't get me in trouble.
Well, they'll get me in
This is
trouble.
our show.
All
This
right.
isn't anybody else's.
Told my brother that the other day.
Papa Rich Salonis.
Mike in trouble.
Never in a million years. I'll just hide behind Rich and it'll all
That's
be
all
okay.
right.
But two great guys. You can hear them again, like I said, all the home games this year. Hazleton Area School District YouTube, www.youtube.com at HASDK12. All the away games, sportswire.com. Two other guys that are involved with that crew. Brian Borky, obviously, love to get BP up here. And
We'll have to interview him in the car. He don't drive. So he'll be in
and we have to. Hopefully, they have a deal on donuts again. So
Donuts Friday, definitely. Maybe we get Dunkin' Donuts as a sponsor.
we could work on
We'll
that.
work on
We'll
that.
work on
They
that.
got a lot
Work
of-
on
yeah,
that.
we'll take care of it.
So catch these guys Friday night. Sportswire, the Internet Audio Cast, Paul Bo, Rich Zalonis, BP, Brian Borky, myself.
Silence.
He keeps saying that, but it's a really good time. I really enjoy it.
We'll have fun. We had a good
We always do, and we're going to have the bugs even worked out more this week. So be sure to catch them this week as well. Gentlemen, thank you so much. I was
Anytime.
looking forward to this one all day. So,
All right. Thanks,
Thanks,
buddy.
brother.
Thanks for having us.
yeah, I'm going to have to take
All
your
right,
mics
so much
back so me
appreciate
and the coach can get back. The lights go off at 9:30. We might have
Oh.
to use car lights by then.
You might have to.
Unless we establish.
I got to get Rich home. It's past my bedtime.
Donuts for you again.
No donuts tonight. So,
Special thanks to Paul and Rich.
all
Thank
right.
you.
We're going to head back over here and quickly remind you that we are still taking sponsors in. Obviously, the season is at the halfway point. Still taking them in, though, for the next 5 games if you're interested. We have a rate for that. We also have a rate per game. Again, 5 games still remaining. And there's a few other little clicks and nicks that we can stick in there for you as well. So if you're looking to give your business a little bit of that extra push, please give us a call at 570-778-5942 or PM us on Facebook at the local sports pod. Again, 570-778-5942 or PM us on Facebook at the local sports pod. This coach comes back in here. I'm going to hand his mic over. I thought they were going to try to conduct another interview. Always trying to get that extra.
No, it's great. The guests that we had to come on, and especially those two that are here on a Monday night, they just did the game to come down.
They're here since 4:30.
Yeah,
It's already
to do the interview.
right.
The people that want to say that, oh, the high school sports is dead and nobody cares about the program. I mean, it's stuff like that. That's the main reason why I decided to come back and do this.
Absolutely.
I mean, people ask me if I'm nuts. They asked me, I remember the interview at the beginning of the season. They're like, with what you do and working and you got young kids and you do this, but there's people that love it, like those two do, that would do that. And that's the reason why that you want to be here and you want to build something special and you want to do it, because there's so many that are counting on this program and so many that are looking in it. Look what you do. Look at this as well.
Paul and I actually graduated together. We've kept in touch over the years, and I as well from you, God, are you nuts? Do you really want to do this? And I mean, I told you where my heart is.
Mm-hmm.
I have the TV side, but this just gives it. We don't really do much like that anymore.
No.
And in order to recognize athletics, period, let alone school. I've said this 1,000 times. I apologize, but school is starting. It's a great way to just kind of bring it and get the ball, so to speak, rolling. And when I can bring on, I mean, Coach, I got to go on at halftime, and Brian just sat back because I really got to just go at it with Coach, and not in a bad way. Same thing when I sit with Coach on TV and he gets going.
Yeah.
The knowledge is what just all I got to do is hit that trigger with either one of them, and it's 2 totally different personalities. Coach, I call him Coach Alonis. Rich Alonis and I have only been together a couple weeks. Like I said, Paul and I have done some other things. We know each other forever, and it's just a blast for me. Like I said, I was really hoping, because Rich has to drive all the way back to Williamsport after driving up here, probably leaving his house at 2:00 this afternoon.
Yeah.
Don't mean to extend it here. I don't want to run out of lights.
We're going to have them extend it.
Oh, nice, nice. All right, we might be on a while, folks. But
it's like something like just this show, for example, just to bring the kids on.
Absolutely.
I mean, I remember that when I played, Coach Trone used to have his show. We'd go up the Wild End. That was one of the highlights of my career as a player, to get invited onto the show. And to do that, it's special. You could show your friends and your family, and you look like you're a movie star because you're on film. Like it's special, and that's why I like bringing the guys on as much. Then they deserve it. They deserve to do that, and I love bringing them on and getting sharing. Having them get the spotlight and doing that. So
it's like Paul and Coach said too. It's results aren't exactly what we've wanted them to be thus far, but Monday starts a new week.
Yeah.
Getting ready for Friday. I've said it a few times. It's time to flush it. Get rid of it. You get another chance. Coach made that statement. You get another chance again. So there's always a chance to make it better, at least for 10 weeks. And if things work out, sometimes a little longer.
Well, that's it. We're just going to play the spoiler now the rest of the season.
That's where it's at, my man. That's where
our
it's at. Speaking of spoiler, I don't see it as a spoil. I see it as a game coming up this Friday. I mentioned it as we hit the east end zone here for a halfway point. The Wilkes-Barre Wolfpack are the opponent at hand. Coach, as we all make the trip up 81, give us your thoughts on preparation and
that's a great.
We're headed.
They're a great team. They're a very senior heavy team. It's what the guys just talked about. When you have a young team like we do, they have athletes all over the field. Their quarterbacks returning, their running backs returning. They got 4 wide receivers. The quarterback spreads the ball out probably better than the quarterbacks that we've seen so far. Other than seeing the Falzone in Nazareth, this is probably the best team that we're going to go against so far. Just their dynamics of what they could do. They could run it. They could pass it. They got a tough defense. It's another rivalry game. This is Wilkes-Barre area is a newer school. Back when I played, we would play Coughlin, but it was it was Coughlin, GAR, and what was the
Hanover?
No,
Or not Hanover.
I'm trying to think the 3 teams that got put together.
It was 4, wasn't it? I just saw this graphic online today too.
I think
when I was looking around for stuff, but I believe that the 4 schools merged.
Yeah, into Wilkes-Barre area.
Into much like we did back in the day.
Yeah,
when it was Hazleton, West Hazleton, and Freeland.
Yeah, they have a big draw, and they're another 6A school. Our schedule does not get any easier. We kind of say it, and I have people asking me all the time. They're like, some of these schools, they're playing smaller teams. They get cupcakes. They get an easy win. They get to pad their schedule. They get to pad their stats. But this is the world that we live in when you're a 6A school. You got to play with the big boys, and you don't have a choice. That's what it is.
That's where it's at. That's why they broke the divisions down a couple of years ago.
Yep,
the way they did.
You're not going to see a 6A school play 1A school. It is what it is. You're going to play bigger schools, and they're going to, have more talent and more of a pool to pull from. And we play against these better teams, and that's what it is. And we like it that way. It's a year. We hate to say it. At least I do. I hate saying that we're a young team, but the truth of the matter is that we are a young team. But I hate saying that because of our seniors that we have. The few seniors that we have. There's nothing worse than you want to say that, it's a rebuilding year. This is their year.
Right.
This is their year.
Right.
And I told them that at the beginning of the season. I'll give you everything that I got if you give me everything that you got. And we're going to try to win every game. And we're going to try to go out there and we're going to try to do that. And we're not a team that's just going to lay down and take it now and just get run over. We know we're 1-4. We know what it is. But we're going to go out and we're going to fight every game and make sure that we put our best effort forward.
These Cougars in this den every week because I get to walk in on film especially in a week such as this. Get a little angry. They're good kids. They're good guys. But as the week builds, so does the anger and being penned up in this den back here. Your thoughts on? I know the guys on the bench segment a little bit of a preview, but Wilkes-Barre, who to look out for, players to note.
So I mean, they have Hal, who's their quarterback. You know, he's having a fantastic year, spreading the ball all over. And then you have Underwood, one of the best athletes in the Wyoming Valley Conference. You know, all of their wide receivers are, you know, he spreads the ball out so evenly. They're all pretty even. They all have anywhere from 12 to 14 catches, all almost at around the 200-yard receiving mark halfway through the season. Like they're definitely doing a lot of stuff on offense. So spreading that out. And I mean, you know, Coach Cinti up there, you know, he is one of the best teams that he's had in years. You know, they had a tough game. They played Whitehall, just like we went down and played Nazareth.
Right.
They played Whitehall first. They ended up losing that game. They played a tough Dallas game that was they had a couple times the ball just did not go their way. They had a kid fumble the ball and it rolls into the end zone and Dallas jumps on it and Dallas ended up knocking them off in overtime. And those are their two losses. I mean, everything else they've you know been pretty dominant in their games. So, you know, it's a very good team, but you know, we're not shying away from it. We know what we are. And we know if we play our game, we're a pretty damn good team too.
Well noted, and well agreed on,
Mm-hmm.
and not just by myself. Coach, as we end our walk, can't help think that that this seems like we're on the road forever. We do come back here in another week, I believe, as we get ready for homecoming.
Mm-hmm.
Crestwood coming to town. We don't like to jump out far and ahead, but besides homecoming, do we have anything on tap? I know I haven't talked to the chief cook and bottle washer of the Sacco household.
Yeah. No, I mean, I know we have homecoming coming up, and I would be lying if I said I knew what we had going on. But
yeah, I didn't do
yeah.
too much of my homework today. So it's been a sickly week since Saturday night.
When I decided to do this, I said to my wife, whatever happens on this green grass is up to me. Everything else on the outside of the fence is up to her. So I know, you know, we're just trying to take it a week at a time, but I know she has stuff planned, and I know there's different groups and organizations throughout the school that they have planned for homecoming.
Yeah, we'll wrangle it up, but
Yeah,
just wanted to make note
more.
that it seems like we've just every week we're always going somewhere, especially now that I've been able to become a part of a good group that I can experience the road as well. But it just seems like we theoretically, well, I have only been here one game, but there's only been 2 games in this house so far.
Yeah.
So there's 3 more to come, and the young Cougars here will return hungry, just as they are every week when they play in another week, and we'll discuss that homecoming and the festivities in the Crestwood game here next week when we get together. But we've come to the west end zone again, which brings us almost to the end of our broadcast. Once again, want to remind you our Cougars are on the road this week. They will be at Wilkes-Barre area, which I believe the stadium is in Plains.
New stadium.
Brand new stadium. 6:45 pregame, 7:05 kickoff. You can catch it via internet audio cast, sportswire.com. Or you can check out at Paul Bow and his link, usually on Friday mornings. So one way or the other, if you can't join these feisty Cougars and the rest of Cougar Nation in Wilkes-Barre this Friday, that is the alternate way. Paul Bow, Rich Salonis, our guest tonight on the Pharaoh's Funeral Services on the bench segment. Brian Borky, the engineer, out of his mind with the things he does to get this broadcast on. And myself, I'll be muddling along down on the sidelines and trying to catch my feet back in the radio game. So this Friday night, again, 6:45 pregame, 7:05 kickoff, sportswire.com. again, check out the link Friday morning on Facebook at Paul Bow to go to the actual link. Quickly, again, these people, Scott knows, comes deep from the heart. They're personal friends of mine, our sponsors, our season sponsor, RL Marchetti Plumbing and Heating, Randy and the guys, Alta Pizzeria and Pasta House up in the Heights on Popular Street in Hazleton. Our player of the game sponsor, Brian Barbush. Again, thank you so much. Allows us to give these boys something that that they can carry into their college careers, on the field, off the field. It's always good to have a piece of honorabilization. I don't even know if that's a real word, but it was a good one to put on the wall. Again, thanks to Barbush Automotive, BOB Auto Sales over in Hazel Township in Harley. And of course, as mentioned, Farrell's Funeral Services, always in for whatever I ask for the On the Bench segment. And again, a special thanks to the Hazleton Area School District's YouTube team, as well as SportsWire.com's team for both the home games on the YouTube channel, www.youtube.com at HASDK12. That's every home game, and SportsWire.com for every away game. Paul Bow, Rich Zalonis. As I always say, please remember to like, follow, share, comment. Get in on with us here on our Facebook, the Local Sports Pod. We are also on Instagram, where the highlights of this fine production and our Friday night pre and post games there, as well as live on YouTube every week. We do it between the 8 o'clock and 8, top of the hour, 8:30, bottom of the hour, depending on if there's any sports at YouTube, the Local Sports Pod. Again, please like, follow, and share and comment. Cougars on the road this Friday night, Wilkes-Barre area to Wolfpack. We're coming. As I always say, a good thanks to our good friend Coach Sacco. Our next show, again, Monday, we'll review the Wilkes-Barre game, reflect on what's happened, what's coming forward, and get ready as these Cougars get to stay home in the den for a week, which again, it seems like we've been on the road forever. But that's in another week. Our next show next Monday, the 29th, between 8 and 8:30. And as I always like to say and end it on a good note, let's go Cougars.